Hello everybody, welcome to a new video for you today, and this is not to do much with the recruiting skills, but it is to do with how you do as a skill that can bring you the best in your lifestyle. Because working with hundreds of recruiters and me being one of those individuals who have been working in the US staffing industry for the last 19 plus years, so what I have seen is the lifestyle that we carry with us along with our shift, with our working style, has a lot of impact on how things are happening outside. So first thing comes in, if you're working in the night shift, okay, that's what I'm going to cover in the night shift and the day shift as well. So first thing that you need to know, that if we do not have a proper lifestyle, for example, if I'm talking about food, I'm talking about sleep, and I'm talking about health, right, on ourselves. These three things, these are the three things primarily affects more when we talk about an individual. Because when we say as like I am a recruiter, right, if I'm talking about I am a recruiter, what is important? It is very much important that what is that I'm eating, right, what is that I'm eating, and how is my sleep pattern, and how I handle about my emotional things, how my thought processes, challenges, and so on and so forth. Now, when I talk about health, it is definitely my mental health and my emotional health, right? So these things I'm going to break it down for you so that you will understand more that as a recruiter, if I want to have a successful recruiting career or life, it is just not about my placements, my incentives, my salary, but it has to do with my mental peace as well. Because once you are healthy from mental point of view, from your mind, that you are good, and emotionally you are experiencing the best of the best feelings, then output is that you will be able to perform better at your job. That's what I have seen. Because when I was a recruiter, I was feeling as if I'm sleeping at home and waking up in the office. And one point of time, I thought that I'm just living for the company. I do not have any of my personal life. Because majority of my wakeful time, meaning majority of my awake time, those time that used to spend at office, as if I'm spending at home, like just for the namesake and just to have food. That's how it became. Because working 12 hours, 15 hours in office, coming back home, sleep, wake up, eat food, and go back to office, that was like the rigid life which I have been through as well. Now, either you are currently working for 15 hours or not, either you are working for 9 hours or not, that's a different thing. But it's all about how you're managing so many things within that given point of time is very much important. Because 24 hours is for everybody. So within that period, how you are managing your work, that is going to give you the money so that you can fulfill your expenses or your living lifestyle, your lifestyle. And how the given whatever the remaining time is, how you're focusing more on your health lifestyle, in a personal lifestyle, is very much important. Because if you are not mentally clear, peace, if you are not feeling emotionally energized, and you go with the dull, I call it like a dead body kind of attitude to the office, imagine what is the kind of output you are going to produce. And that lethargic feeling, like as if I'm walking in the sleep, right? That's how it is. That's how I feel. Because sometimes when I do not get proper sleep, I feel as if just for the sake of going to office, I have to go, because I have to bear that loss of pay, or maybe my manager will say something else, and I drag my body. If you feel that you are dragging your body to work, you need to know that this is something, a signal that you are getting from your body, from yourself, that if you do this more and more, you are going to end up with some issues, health issues, and you need to spend all the money whatever you have earned in the hospital. So this is what the notification, that you need to take it very seriously, that whenever the situation comes in, you feel that yes, I think I just have to do it, rather than you're doing it by yourself. Now it's time. And that means, what this means is, you are not following a proper schedule, you are not following a proper lifestyle plan or nothing. It is just happening. For example, you are working, you are going home, you are having food, you are sleeping, and you waking up, having food, coming back to office, and so on and so forth. And moreover, you are taking your mental issues, you are taking your office problem, your placement problem, your interview problems, your submission problems with you to your home. This is something very much important that you need to notice. And I'm not saying that I did not take my office problem to my home along with me. It's easy, right? Some people will advise that, hey, keep your problem, keep your stress within this office. The moment you step in, leave your stress, anything at your doorsteps. How would you do it? When I go home with zero submission for multiple days, when I have no interviews despite of doing multiple submissions every day, when I have put my effort but I did not see any placements, and there is a call from the manager, from the CEO, and from everybody that they are looking for a placement, then how can I not take? How cannot I take the headache, the pressure with me to home? So I personally do not know how to leave all this stress outside of the doorsteps, because I could not able to do that. I take this stress inside. I could not able to get sleep properly. Whenever I wake up, again the same thing just shakes me that, oh, this is the third day, and last week of the month, I do not have anything now. What is that I'm going to do? That is what I'm talking about. And the output, what I'm talking about, right? The result that what we are looking for is an output. This output is it is a result of what we feed in as an individual people. Now, when we are feeding ourselves with unnecessary things, the output will exactly the same thing. It is unnecessary, creates the chaos, and unnecessarily it creates the other, issues in our personal life. So why I'm telling all these things to you is, it is not your individual problem. If you think that you are facing this problem, anything related to your mind or your health, no. I also been through that, and many of the recruiters also currently been going through that. And if you are someone who watched till this video, put that in the comment box. If you also face similar problem where you feel stressed, you feel as if you pull your body to the work, you feel as if you are working just for the company, there is no personal life left, or you are feeling as if that you are sleeping at home, waking up in the office. Now that's what I'm talking about, when there is no routine. And moreover, I increased my weight to 90 plus. Imagine 90 plus weight with a big belly, and it's everything like pumped up, right? Big cheeks and everything, and I have no idea what's happening. And the more the waist size grew, I had to buy a bigger pant, right? From 32 to 34 to 36 to 38. That's how it happens. And the same goes with large to XL and XXL. So the problem is that how long you are going to continue like this. That is the question. If you have not asked the question yet, that how long I'm going to do this with me like this, how long I'm going to continue like this. Now it is easy to blame the job, it is easy to blame the work style, it is easy to blame the family, it is easy to blame everything. But when we are going to take responsibility for something that is happening, if you do not take responsibility now, then it is going to be never. Why? Because again you are going to fall into the same cycle and same thing is going to happen. Now when we are talking about a recruiter, okay? So we go to work. Now in this current moment, in this current time, what is this? The daylight saving is going on, right? So if you're watching this and sometime after the daylight, then you may need to see it. But anyways, I'll put it in a way so that you can understand. So currently, the office would be 6:30 to 6:30 we start, right? 6:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. we start. right people? Then we work till 3:30 to 4:30 a.m. India time. So these 10 hours is totally dedicated to our work, and this is what the majority of wakeful time, I would say. This is the waking time that I spend at work. Alright. Here I have something to do for myself, because this is where my health is associated. This is where my mental thing is associated, because this is what comes with my food and my emotional things. Primarily this is what goes on, right? This is what we need to focus on, how I manage. Now I go home at 5 o'clock. Then what happens? 4 a.m. to 5 a.m. go home. Meaning, if I complete my work within the time, I go home within the time. If you have a cab, now you might have to wait till and your colleagues complete their job. If you are waiting for a metro, let's say you are staying in Hyderabad, by 5 a.m. if metro doesn't start, then again you need to wait till the metro starts. And if you have a bike, you have a car, you can just start and you can go home, right? Here I'm talking about the thing which is not available. So if you are not completing your work, all your work within the time, people, again you need to think that yes, you are not good at your time management. You are not good at optimizing your time. That is something you need to focus on. Optimizing time in the sense, focusing on where your time is going more, where the lag is that if you are a recruiter, if you are a bench sales, okay, so you could be a bench sales, whatever it is, right? Where you are spending most of your time, that you need to know. Because if hour on hour, by the time I go to the office 6:30 to 8:30 what I'm doing, 8:30 to 10:30 what I'm doing, 10:30 to 12:30 what I'm doing, 12:30 to 2:30 what I'm doing, and 2:30 to 4:30 what I'm doing. So in 2 hours, if you are not mindful enough that where my time is going, then it is difficult for you to identify that where you are going to put your productive time, productive attention. So it is not a time management, I would call it as attention management, where you are focusing, redirecting your attention. Okay, that is another thing. Now you might have to work on your timing if you are not completing it. Okay, now the real thing happens, right? From 5 a.m., let's say from 5 a.m. till another 5 p.m. okay, if you are going to office, so 12 hours time that you have, how you are optimizing it. Okay, so how I used to do it, I always stayed near to my office. This is something majority of the time, because I was staying in East Maradpalli, and my office was in it was like Dilsukh Nagar, I believe, right? Yeah, that is where it is. And yeah, it is pretty far, but that is one I stayed, which is like yeah, far away, Dilsukh Nagar there. And another one is that I was staying in East Maradpalli. Again, I was working in Film Nagar. Rest, Maradpalli I stayed major and near Secunderabad station, and stayed in Karkhana. Another one is near Pachigulla. So that distance was maximum 30 minutes. Yeah, 30 minutes here and there, right? Half an hour and 45 minutes if traffic is there. And that's a straight route, right? If you go from here to, Paradise, and from straight you go to Panjagutta. Now, people who are coming from different places, not everybody who stays near the office. So what I would suggest, how you can minimize your coming back home is very much important, people. Now I'm talking about universal. If we are thinking of doing something for ourselves, you need to think of your timing as well. That if you are spending more than 2 hours, 3 hours only on your journey going to office and coming back, imagine how much of time that you are spending on the road and what kind of impact that is having on your health. So one thing I would suggest here is minimize your travel to work and back. This is one learning. Okay, this is one thing that I want you to focus on. How you want to do it, that's definitely you need to think. Minimize your travel. So could be you might have to look for an office nearby, or you have to move to a place which is near to your office. Yes, I understand it is going to create some sort of discomfort in your personal life and your family life, but what is the point? If you have to be at the office at 6:30 and you start at 5 o'clock or 4:30, and again when you complete your job and everything, by the time you go it is again 45 minutes. So we are talking about 2 and 45, it's around 3 hours every day. Imagine you reach home in 30 minutes, so you are saving that 2 hours there, right? You complete your job at 4 o'clock, 4:30, and you reach home at 6 o'clock or 5:30, then it's gone. So that's what I feel. Now if you are able to manage, good for you, but I'm telling overall that how you could able to do that. So minimize your travel time to the office and back to home. Then comes in how you are going to manage your timing. So have a fixed food time. Excuse me. Right. So here you wanted to have your food at 10 a.m. or you want to have food at 9:30 a.m. and you want to have your lunch at 1:30 p.m. or you want to have your lunch at 2:30 p.m. or maybe you 12:30 p.m. It's totally up to you. This is something you got to monitor, because yes, we are working against the nature, I understand, but at the same time, do not get yourself cut off from the general way of living. That's where you are going to feel that your life is going away from you. You got to focus on this one. Yes, this is not comfortable, but anything initially is not comfortable, but you got to do it. So if you are coming home at 5 o'clock, all right, then what is that you got to do is, you might have to, if you want, you can take a shower. If you don't, just fresh up, keep little bit fruits, okay, have some fruits, and or you can have a little bit of buttermilk if you like, or if you have some juice with no sugar, you have it, then you sleep. This is what I suggest. Don't eat masala items, don't eat fried items, oily items, don't get into the what masala dosa, you got into all biryani, so many things. Don't go do that. Once you have a light these things, you are not going to face that acidic experience in your stomach, people. Acidity will go away and you will feel so light, and the moment you wake up, you will wake up immediately, because by the time you wake up, everything will be digested. Okay, at the moment you wake up, let's say you slept at 5:30 and you woke up at 10:30. All right, so 5 hours here. The moment you wake up, you brush up, and 11 o'clock, let's say you are having a small breakfast. Again, that also needs to be pretty much light. And 11, you have time till your lunch. Okay, 11, 12, 1, 2. Let's say 4 hours. In these 4 hours, focus on your passion, focus on your goals. Why? How long you will be doing your job like this? By the time you are 60, if you are not healthy, by the time you are 60, if you are not upgrading yourself, if you did not go to a very high position, it's very likely that you might not continue your life. You might be at your 25s, maybe 35s, 45s, 55s while watching this video. But let me tell you something, that if you do not create something for yourself now, then it is never. It goes the same with your health and at the same with your backup plan. So 4 hours that you have. In the 4 hours, do not spend much time watching unnecessary things, binge watching, which is not going to help you, for Netflix, Amazon, TikTok, Instagram, nothing. Don't focus on that one, but focus on if you can read a book, learn a skill, 1 hour, 30 minutes, understanding more about how you can concentrate, sit down for meditation, spend some time with your parents, your loved ones, within that period of time. Okay, if you're doing gardening, just do it. Or after you complete your breakfast at 11 o'clock, 11:30, if you want to go to a gym, go to 11:30 to 12:30 or 1 o'clock if you want to stay there at gym. Come back, fresh up, complete your breakfast or complete your lunch, and 2 o'clock you can take a nap. 2 to 4 o'clock again you take a nap, and there is again 1 hour time remaining. Understood, people? So now where do you think the life time is lagging? Time is lagging with when you go to office and when you reach home. This is two things, right? So when you go to office, when you come home. Now if you are not able to complete your work within the time, you have to compromise here on your health. There is nothing anybody can do. If you are someone could not able to manage your time, the moment you start to office and the moment you reach home, if this is more than time that is taking than you expect, then there is no such plan definitely going to help you. It means that you are not able to complete your job within time. So complete your job within time. Give that time to yourself, to your mental health. Sleep properly. So when I'm talking about sleep, ensure your room is dark. Okay. So now here, right, for food, if you are staying alone, bring the fruits, whatever it is for you, so that by the time you wake up, it is ready for you. If you are staying in a hostel, and definitely by, by till 10 o'clock or 10:30, there is a food. And in the afternoon, definitely there is a food from 12:30 to 2:33. So your food is ready. Only you need to manage your time here. All right. And when you are sleeping, make sure that your room is dark and phone off or put it in silent mode, and don't spend time watching things before and right after wake up, before sleep and right after wake up. This is important, because the moment you keep an eye, because that is what it used to have. The moment I come from office, I just go to Instagram and check in the shorts and keep on scrolling, that I'll see, oh okay, it is just 30 minutes or just 45 minutes, just 1 hour, and by the time I realize already the sunrise is happening and I see the sunlight coming into my room. Again I feel that, oh my god, why did I spend so much of time and watching mobile? From tomorrow I do not do it. Again the tomorrow comes, the same cycle goes on. So that is the reason. So remember this, the moment you go home and you sleep, if you are talking to your parents or somebody, you can call them if they are awake at that point of time by the time you sleep. If not, just put your phone on off or silent mode. Ensure the room is dark, and don't spend watching things on your mobile phone. Immediately go and sleep after you just fresh up. This is very much important. And when you are giving alarm, make sure that you keep your phone long distance, so that you have to wake up, go and switch off and come back, because within the time, if you're walking 4 to 5 steps, by the time you need to think that, yes, I don't have to go to sleep once again, because I need to go and have some food. Guys, if you help your body, if you take care of your health is going to take care of you. Simple as that. If any excuses that stops you to do these things, then you will have no excuse when your body gives up and your health gives up. Okay, I understand everybody's situation is different, but you know your situation better than I know about you. I'm giving this from my point of view. Now here, if by the time, if you are still here, I'm sure you have the eagerness to do something for your life. It is not about the career, because when you are healthy, then only the career matters. What's the point in making so much of money and you give it to the doctor all every alternate day or alternate week, right? That is the reason lifestyle is very much important. So you focus on your sleep. Food, as I told you, make sure that you add fruits, nuts, and I would say liquid. I'm not talking about liquor or alcohol. I'm talking about add buttermilk to it. Okay, buttermilk, green tea, all right, or I would say ragi malt that we call, right, or jonna java, that's also good, or lemon water, anything, or you will say that faluda they do it, right, chia seeds with water. You have to do this, okay, you have to when you are at your work, people. This is what important. When you are working, make sure that in the night you take your buttermilk, green tea, ragi java, anything with you, then you can have food. And ensure in the night you do not eat food. You are not spending always after 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, because that is going to create that acidic problem again. Make sure that you have 9 o'clock, 9:15, you have time, set alarm, go and have food in 10 minutes, walk for 10 minutes and come back. Because my food timetable was really horrible, because once I go to work, I do not know when I wake up from my chair, and that created health issues. That is the reason I'm telling you. Don't skip your dinner and keep it to 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. Make sure that 9:30. We may feel, right, what my colleague is going to think, what boss is going to think, what manager is going to think. It's okay. Let them think whatever they think. It is about your health and your lifestyle. Because when you are healthy, then only you can able to perform better. Why don't you set an example? Because 9 o'clock it is my time, 9:30 it is my time. Whatever the work is, I'll stop it there. If you are in something else very important, that's a different thing, but definitely every day won't come, right? That important thing is. So you take your food exactly at 9:30, 5 to 10 minutes, maximum 10 minutes, complete it. Go for a walk, 10 to 15 minutes, sit down, and you have done for the day. Now then you focus on every 2 hours, include water, liquid, and everything, because by the time you complete your shift, you feel full energy. You feel that enthusiasm. You do not feel that, we feel some sort of, kya bolte hain usko? Dakar, right? Khatta Dakar. You'll say that sour burp comes in, and we feel that acidic thing, right? These things will like 𝗟𝗲𝘁'𝘀𝘀 mein, right? And chest burn that happens, right? So those things you do not feel. If you are feeling those kind of things, that it means that your body is giving you indication that, dear human, make sure that you take care of your lifestyle, your food, and your intake, because things are getting worse. This is very much important, people. And your sleep is done, food is done, workout thing, I told you about this, right? You can do workout before you go to office, or after you come home, and before you go to sleep. Within that period, definitely you can do it. Maybe after you wake up, you complete your breakfast, you go 11, 11:30, 12 o'clock, or you complete your lunch, you get about 4 o'clock, and 4 to 5 you can go, or early morning 4 o'clock you can go for a run, and by 5 o'clock you can sleep. So there are things that you can do whatever the time works for you. So I used to do before going to office 4:45 to 5:30, 5:45, 6 o'clock, and sometimes I used to do at 5 o'clock to 6:30 a.m. in the morning. Okay, so it's whatever works for you, but ensure that something is happening with your body. That's what is very much important that you need to know. And once you focus on your sleep and your food, and you manage your time, you will notice that your work is also getting aligned. Things that you have been seeing that is not working, it started working. Why? Because somewhere your conscious attention to your current lifestyle, your health, your current life is somehow creating that negative energy in yourself, and that is what reflecting in your work. So when your work is not happening properly, you are mentally stressed and emotionally drained, and that is again adding up to your health, and again you are not able to have food properly, you are not able to sleep properly, again that is affecting your health, and you are in the spiral, in the loop. So somewhere you need to break it. This is the right time for you to break it. Monitor that where you are spending your time. Hold yourself accountable. Imagine you are in a training ground. Imagine you have joined armed forces. Now you have to do it to become that individual. If you do not take care of your health, who is going to take care of your health? Do you think your parents is going to take care of your health? Your spouse is going to take care of your health? No. What they can do, they can only tell you that have food on time, do not take much stress, sleep properly. That's what they can able to tell, right? What else they can do? And who's the individual going to do it? You are the individual who need to do it. You need to take responsibility for yourself, for your loved ones. Because you don't want to be the physical burden to the people who love you. Yes, currently if you are at your young age, you do not know that doing all this kind of mismanagement of your time, unnecessary things getting into your mind and your body, and no proper planning of sleep, food and work, maybe things might be going properly, but it will have a long-term impact. Before things go worse, wake up. If you are a smoker, have a control on that. Imagine one day doctor will tell you that you have screwed up your lungs. You have screwed up your liver. What is that going to happen to your parents, to your loved ones? From where you are going to bring money? Do you think your insurance is going to help you for that? Yes. Let your insurance be helpful for you. Maybe you have a savings of crores of rupees or lakhs of rupees will save you. But do you deserve to go through that health condition? Do you really want to go through the health condition? So monitor that as well. When I say fruit, liquid and input, I talk about your smoking habits, drinking habit as well. Because yeah, we do not drink much. We do not drink while we work, but I have seen the kind of stress that recruiter goes through, that generally smoking becomes a habit. So mind on your smoking as well. So when you see yourself doing everything which is not adding to your good health, which is not your ideal lifestyle, you need to stop for a moment. You need to take a decision right now that from now onwards, what is the one thing that you are going to do? What is the one thing that is going to change related to your food, related to your sleep, and related to your health? Now monitor it. Now then after add something, do it for 1 week, then add one more thing, then add one more thing. So here, these are the things that you are going to change. You are not going to see things changing overnight, but yes, that one step that you are going to take today in your favor, that is going to help you in a long run. At the same time, the one thing that you have changed for yourself, you see what kind of impact that has on your work as well. Because that is going to make you feel proud, that is going to make you feel good, that is going to make you feel so energetic, that is going to make you feel that yes, I have done something for myself. It could be waking up a little bit early, it could be, not taking that extra tea, it could be that not going for that extra smoke break, that could be anything. Just do it today, one thing, and let me know in the comment box what is that you are going to do. And promise me that you are going to do it for yourself, for your loved ones. In this current time, you see how a lot of people having a lot of health issues, strokes and heart disease, everything, right? You know that. I'm not telling you to scare you, because what I'm going to get if I scare you, right? I am not running a hospital, right? It is everything what I have shared here to help you, to have you a wonderful life, so that you can live a happy, joyful life, and you can contribute more to the society and live life happily with your family and loved ones, people. Because I love you so much. Because we as a recruiter, we as an employee contribute so much our time for somebody else. Now when we are giving so much of our time, attention to somebody else, some company, then don't you think that we should give time to ourselves as well, for our family? it is not about money, but it is about your good health. Think about it and let me know how do you feel. I'll be waiting. Take care and bye-bye.